You know you can make dollars and you can change the world, but how do you execute? So I keep saying, I've said part digital, I've said hybrid a couple of times. Do not like that H word, right? I like what Mahogany Jones said on a Q&A we did over the summer. She talks about as the modality. It's in person or digital. It's just how. So I encourage you to think about 2023 and evaluate and choose a model. So I heard Julia say, think about hybrid as a strategy, not as an event. And I agree with that. So a couple different things we're seeing, and I want to throw out there as you plan your 2023 schedules. I'm seeing a lot of customers do big event, multiple modalities. And forgive my graphics, they're my own little canvas. Multiple. Sometimes it is synchronous. It's that live stream of keynote sessions. It's getting the in-person and virtual attendees to talk. They can be really awesome when they're done right. But the point was made earlier, they're super expensive. They're also really complicated. So let's think about asynchronous, virtual repeats, providing on-demand access, doing a best of hits from your in-person event, offer them virtual, get those in-person people to come back. Sometimes it's also two events under one umbrella. And I think when you do them separately, they're not quite as complicated and maybe not quite as costly. Great example, we're doing this Friday, actually Thursday and Friday, a big event for a company that did in-person conferences only pre-COVID, moved, of course, entirely digital. They're back to in-person, but what they're doing is, I think, really smart. Tomorrow, they're hosting an in-person event. Thousands of people showing up in one location with a very specific, unique agenda. Friday, they are hosting an entirely different agenda with an entirely different audience of thousands of folks who signed up for their conference anywhere. The in-person people can also come, but they're looking at it as two agendas, all focused around the same overall topic under that umbrella, but they're not trying to accomplish the getting people to talk or the live streaming, which can cause a lot of those production challenges and expenses. So that's one thing that we're seeing. We're also seeing people think about multiple events and single modality. What I mean by this is really thinking about your event calendar as a hybrid strategy. Maybe you're doing smaller field marketing events in person, say 30 to 50 people, you're getting them in person. And then you're bringing everyone together for a quarterly virtual event that reaches thousands. Or flip it around. You could be doing monthly demand gen or internal training webinars in a virtual theater, and then have your annual user conference or sales kickoff in person. Here's the best news. Oh, let me first say, best news. Well, yeah, best news. You have choice because you can mash those all up. You can take all those components and you can throw them up in the air and see where it lands based on your strategy. Because you have choice, you have power. You can design, you can do something different, you can match your goals to your audience. And I have to say, I really think there's just no excuse at this point and no good business reason to exclude any one type of execution. Was stated earlier, they're events, they're all events.